So the first card you have your past is the Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is such a strong queen. She's so forward. She kind of sits. She's the only one that's sitting right in front of us. She's not sitting on the side. All the other queens do that. She sits right front on to us and she stares at us. You know, she gets things done. She's kind of confronting, all of that kind of thing. She's not afraid. She's brave. And I think someone saw you as being strong and brave for them. I'm seeing a few things around this actually. I think someone saw you as that, saw you as someone who was strong for them, but they weren't being totally honest with you. I'm seeing there was some kind of deception around something. I think your instincts were telling you at this time that something wasn't quite right about what this person was telling you or what they were asking you. I think they might have been asking you to help them. And yeah, I think you were looking right through them like this queen. You're almost looking right through what they were just telling you. And, you know, you just weren't believing them. Maybe you were still, or you might still be now, in two minds about whether to help them or not. Because I think, you know, I think you did care for this person. And I don't think it was as simple as, should I help them or not? Because I think you knew that they needed some help, but it wasn't quite as bad as they were telling you. That was what your instincts were telling you. You didn't have any real information because I think you felt that they weren't telling you the real information, if that all makes sense. And I think they were trying to tell you their circumstances were a lot worse than they actually were. Or they might have been trying to tell you that, you know, they'd be out on the street or something dramatic like that if you didn't help them, or something like that. If you look to the left of this queen in this card, there are these beautiful golden pyramids on the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side, there's a sort of boring looking grey footpath. So it was like they were telling you, I've got this choice, either you can help me and I can go upwards in these pyramids, or I'm going to be on the street, on the footpath, I'll be left out, it's going to be terrible. So it's that kind of thing I think they might have been telling you. Now, you didn't believe this. I don't think you did at all. Yeah, this queen actually looks a little bit skeptical. This is the first time I've noticed her looking like this. Actually looks a bit like she's giving you the side eye. That's what I've just seen. I've never seen her like that before. But yeah, if this is all resonating with you, I think, yeah, again, this was more complicated than, you know, you just believing them or not believing them. You knew they'd gotten themselves into some kind of bad situation or something, but I don't think you knew what the exact situation was. You cared about them as well, so that added another kind of dimension to your decision making. It was very complicated. Decisions like this are really, really complex, especially when you're right in the middle of them. You know, when you're outside of them, you can usually see, oh, they need to do this, or they need to, but you were right in this. You were being manipulated to a certain extent, I can see that, but you still cared about this person and you still knew that they're in some kind of problem. That's what I'm seeing, if that resonates with you. The next card you have your past is the Hermit. So yeah, I think you might have said to them something like, look, I just can't make this decision right now. I need some time to clear my head. I'm going off by myself. So you might have done that. You might have even physically moved away from this person for a while, just so that you could think. And yeah, you're probably still thinking about this now. And I think what's happened is that you've had so many difficult people in your life, in your past, and you have had people try to manipulate you. You've had exes, you've had all sorts of people do these things to you. And I think now you're kind of wise to all of these things, like this Hermit. You're wise to what they're doing. You're wise to deception. You might not have known exactly what the situation was, but your instincts were very, very sharp because you knew what you'd been through before and you weren't going to go through that again. You're very, very, very wary. So them asking you this was bad timing for them because of what you'd been through. It was good timing for you because you were wiser than you were before. I don't think you've made this decision yet. You may have, but I'm seeing that you might not have. But at least you were on alert. At least now you were on high alert to what this person was doing. And I think, all of these bad experiences that you've been through in your past, nobody likes going through that. I'm seeing some really bad things, but they helped to sharpen your radar, if that makes sense. So when this kind of thing comes along, you know what it is. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have your past is the Five of Swords. Yes. So yeah, same situation. I keep on seeing this coming up. I'm sorry. I know this is specific. Yeah, I think this is difficult for both of you. I think even though you had your radar up, you had your alert up, it was very high. The situation was, I'm seeing the situation was, if you said yes to them, you would feel as if you were being manipulated and you would feel very bad. And if you said no to them, you would feel bad because you knew they were in some sort of bad situation. So, and if they said yes, if they accepted whatever you gave them, they would accept that, but they would still feel bad and a bit guilty and a bit terrible. If you said no to them, they wouldn't have what they wanted. So nobody won. It doesn't matter what the scenario was going to be. Nobody was going to win. And that's what this card is about. It's about a really difficult situation where nobody wins. Nobody wins. Yeah, I just feel like this is a really horrible situation, and I think if this resonates, I know that nobody wins, but I sort of hope you're going to say no to this if you haven't already, because I'm just getting this feeling myself of just wanting to break away from this whole deception, to be clean of all this kind of dirty deception, if that makes sense. It feels as if I've kind of fallen into a mess and I want to wash it off myself. That sounds bad, but that's how I feel. It's kind of, once there's deception around something, it creates so much bad feeling. If this person would just come out and say, I need this for this reason, can you help me? And they were honest, it wouldn't have been anywhere near as bad as it was, but because there was this deception around it, it kind of muddied the whole thing, if that makes sense. It's a really bad feeling. So the first card you have for your present is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is giving me the opposite feeling. This is giving me a really nice feeling. This is about someone who really I think they really love you, actually. This is someone who loves you. They love you. They care about you. It's really, really beautiful. I'm actually seeing this person looking up to you or looking up at you, admiring you, like this knight's looking at this beautiful golden coin and it's kind of lighting up his world. It's lighting up the whole background of this card. And yeah, it's lighting up the whole sky for him. So yeah, I don't even have to say any more about that. This is how this person feels about you. You make their life golden. It's beautiful. And they're also a really solid and stable person as well. They're a very solid worker as well. They're a very hard worker. They might work long hours, or they might even work away or something like that. So I've got this beautiful love feeling they have for you. I'm also feeling a little bit of anxiousness around this. I have to tell you not to feel anxious in this relationship, because I think you might be feeling a little bit like that. It might be something like, when they're out or they're away or they're working late or they're whatever, you start to worry. So I just need to tell you that there's no reason to be worried at all around this person. I think this anxiousness might be partly because of the way you were treated in your past, which keeps on coming up in this reading. You've had these kind of bad experiences with relationships and with people messing you around, disappearing, hurting you. And of course, things like that would make anyone feel anxious. But just know that this person in this card, in this reading, is not like that at all. I'm not seeing any problems around this person. So I just have to tell you that. The next card you have, your present, is the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, the woman on this card, obviously she's by herself, she's happy, she's content to be by herself. And I think with this anxiousness and this worry that I'm seeing you having, this might be how you're imagining them. Now, I know a lot of people say when you get this card, it automatically means you want to be by yourself or they want to be by yourself. But I'm not seeing that in this reading, because you have the Knight of Pentacles and you have the way they're feeling, this other person's feeling about you, and I'm getting all of that from that. Then underneath that card, I've got the Star card, which is a beautiful, innocent, hopeful, very, very positive card as well. And I've got this anxiousness I'm seeing in the Knight of Pentacles. So I think this is how you're imagining they might be feeling when they're away from you, or they work late, or they do whatever. They're not like that. This isn't the way they're feeling at all. That's what I'm seeing in this card. So if this resonates, try to be as calm as you can around this. There's no reason to worry. That's what I keep on seeing in this. And I think I keep on seeing this message that I have to tell you not to worry around this. The last card you have your present is the Star. So again, hope, admiration, beautiful. This is really, really nice in this relationship. I really hope this is resonating with you, because you really, really deserve this after everything you've been through. You really do. You've been through so much in your past. So just relax and just see it for what it is. See it as straightforward. Don't see this person as kind of doing things to you or lying or disappearing and all of that, because I'm not seeing they're like that. This is the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, this card can also be about honesty. So you've got that. You don't have to worry about this person being dishonest. But I'm also seeing in this card this other person who was trying to convince you of something in the Queen of Wands. So we have honesty here around that. So you might come out, you might ask them, just tell me what the real story is here. Are you in this desperate situation? Just tell me the truth. I will work with you if you tell me the truth. If you're going to try to lie to me, I cannot deal with you. It might be that kind of thing you're saying to them. Now, if this is what you're doing, which is what I'm seeing here that you're probably going to be doing, be prepared. Because I think if you do decide to say, no, I'm not getting the truth from you, so I'm not going to help you at all, be prepared for a fight, because they're going to fight this. Not a literal fight, obviously, but just be prepared. They're going to keep trying. Oh, but please, that's not fair. They're going to go on and on to convince you. And I think if you do ask them what's actually going on as well, I don't think you're going to get any straight answers from this person. You might even end up distancing yourself from this person. Yeah, I think you might even end up feeling repelled almost by the dishonesty, which is how I was feeling in the Five of Swords. That's the feeling you might be feeling from this as well. This is a pure card. This is such a pure, honest card. Look at this naked woman. She has nothing to hide. She's totally honest. So yeah, you're not going to want to be around any of this kind of deception. That's what I'm seeing. So it's going to be difficult, but I'm glad that you're going to be making that decision if this is what's resonating with you. The first card you have in your future is the King of Wands. So yeah, this is you. I think you might have more of a kind of a dynamic, go-getting personality than this person who's admiring you, because I'm seeing you being represented by the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, and they're the Knight of Pentacles. So they're kind of slow moving. They're loving that, you know, they love you and they're solid and they're stable and all of that. But you're kind of a lot more spontaneous than they are. That's what I'm seeing. And I think, yeah, this person's either in a relationship with you or they're just starting to talk to you. They definitely see a serious, solid kind of stability happening between you. This is what they want to happen between you. But yeah, this is looking really positive. I'm getting this feeling that they're more active in pursuing you than you are them. Because I'm seeing in this card that if you look at this king, he's not quite getting up yet. You see them and you see them as someone who you're interested in and you want to kind of jump toward them and hold them and everything like that. But you're probably not quite sure yet. You're just thinking. And again, this might be because of everything that's happened in your past. So yeah, take your time. You can do that. But again, you don't have anything to worry about around them. The next card you have for your future is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm repeating myself again, but look at this. This is very similar to the Knight of Pentacles. The way this page is looking up to this golden coin, and also the background is golden as well. Similar kind of thing. Look at the way he's looking at this coin. So beautiful. Love again, I'm seeing. I'm also seeing you might have some kind of special skill or some kind of talent, or something like that. I think you might be working on that at this time, really putting in a lot of work into this sort of sharpening your skills again, spending the hours working on this thing. I don't know if this is a hobby, but it brings you a lot of joy. You love doing this. And I think you used to do this thing all the time, but you had to stop it for some reason. Life got in the way or whatever. And this is another really positive road that you're going down. This could be something you could start a business doing. You could make money out of this. There's a coin in this, obviously. You could make a business out of this. You could start a channel around this if you wanted to. There's potential to make some kind of money around this. You might not want to do that. You might just be enjoying doing it. That's absolutely fine. But there is the potential for that. Just know that. But, you know, if what I was seeing was correct in the Knight of Pentacles and you had this kind of anxiousness around this person, worrying about where they were, I think this new focus might help you to calm yourself, because you feel very calm when you do this thing. And it's also going to give you a focus outside of worrying about them, if that's what you're doing, if that was resonating with you. The last card you have for your future is the Ten of Cups. Yes. Don't worry about this person. They don't want to be on their own. They don't want to run off with someone else. They don't want to ignore you. They don't want to do any of that. They want to be with you. Look at this card. This is what they want with you. Now, I think that they might not show you their love in the way that you'd like. I think you're a lot more, I was seeing in the King of Wands, you're a lot more dynamic than them. You're a lot more expressive than they are. I'm actually seeing you talking to them and really expressing yourself, moving your hands around, waving them around. That's what I'm actually seeing. But yeah, you're more expressive, you're more spontaneous, you talk a lot. Don't mean that in a bad way, but you say things, you say how you feel a lot more than they do. They do love you, even though they might not be expressing it in the way that you want them to. So please try to be content with that. Try to see what you have. Try to be grateful for what you have. I don't mean that in a kind of condescending way. That's just what I'm seeing you need to do. But look at this, it's all here in this card. So Gemini, I hope this resonated. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you liked this reading, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching.